Daily go get 'em. Daily go get 'em. Are we loud and clear? We about to do this thing. I'm coming through right here, yo. Daily go get 'em. Daily go get 'em. Power Monday. That's the day. Everything's gonna be all right. At least it's okay. Uh, 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 uh. So tonight, tonight, baby, tonight, tonight is just like this morning. It's the same old thing. Yo, you can be yawning, yo, cause it's 1 a.m. Some go in bed, my friends, but we up until almost 10. Well, 3 hours after 10, we not going to bed no time soon, so make room in the crib. Yeah, we getting loud, yo, every night, weeknight, yeah, loud and proud. What up, T. Carey, right? What everybody doing tonight? Yo, I'm feeling like a real man, and I think I should, and I think I will take a stand against any injustice come my way. I'm going to do this thing, and God don't play. Does he play? Yo, does he really, really? I know sometimes I be acting crazy and silly, but Billy Clips don't know. Don't never get upside my head, and if they did, I hope they don't beat me till I'm dead. So we talk about the first time we did it. The very first time that we did it. The first time that we did it. Now I know some of y'all mind is already in the gutter, but we ain't even just talking about that. What I mean by the first time we did it is opposed to the first time I did it. So, you know, I gotta see if y'all agree with this. Do you think that things are different? Okay, let me put it this way. Is there a difference in the way that you experience something when you do it by yourself versus when you do it with other people? And if there is a difference, how much of a difference does it make? So we're gonna talk about the first time that we did it. More specifically, let me ask y'all, have you ever done something as a group or a team, and when you listen to other people talk about what happened, you almost feel like either they're lying or they didn't see the same things that you did? Like, has anybody ever had to explain to you what happened in an experience that you had and were there? You were present for? Have you ever had to explain to somebody else what was going on with an experience that they were having? So the first time we did it. Oh, the first time we did it. like button, yo. First time we did it. Do you remember? The first time you did it with somebody? So it was President's Day today, right? What are y'all thoughts about that? Did it make a difference? Y'all down with the current administration or not? Are y'all down with the current administration? Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this your daily. It's the Daily Go Getter-mism show. You think it won't when it wins? You think it ain't it when it is? No. It's the Daily Go Getter-mism show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking all fast lane, no coasting, and everything is gonna be all right. We talking about the first time we did it tonight. We talking about the first time we did it tonight. Talking about the first time we did it tonight. The concept of this show is when we say the first time we did it, we're talking about the first time you experienced something with somebody or as a group versus the first time you did something by yourself. You know, you can always remember the first time you did something. I mean, most things, you know, sometimes you might not remember everything about the first time you did something because you could have been under the influence or something like that. But think about the first time you were under the influence as a group or as a partner or something like that. You know, things you might have blacked out. You may not have seen things that were going on. You know, you may have had your concentration on something else while everybody else was looking at you. And somebody may have had to tell you exactly what went on. You know what I mean? Where all my drinkers at? First time you got drunk. Now, of course, the first time you get drunk, more than likely you didn't get drunk by yourself. More than likely, you were with a group of people and you got drunk. And you may have had to gotten carried out of there, or you may have done something crazy that you don't even remember very well, but other people remember it. So there's going to be a slight difference between how they remember it or how y'all remember it as a group versus how you remember it by yourself. So you say the first time we did it. What about the first time you did something dangerous? The first time you ever did something dangerous. You know, when you do something dangerous as a group, you know, the question that may stand is, All right, we got away with doing something dangerous, something reckless, something crazy, something that really could have hurt us. But as a group, would we do it again? Versus like the first time you do something dangerous by yourself, you may say, I'm never doing that again. You know what I mean? I would have messed around and died out here. And nobody would have even known. So it might be different the first time you do something dangerous as a group. You know, shoot, even if you do something boring for the first time, is it as boring when you do something as a group as it is when you do something solo dolo? Solo dolo. So that's what we're talking about tonight on the Daily Go Getimism Show. The first time we did it. The first time ever we did something dumb. I don't know. I think that you do things a little bit different when you do it as a group than when you do it as a person. I mean, I got to get it together. All right, hold on, y'all, because I got this. This ain't going to get it. This ain't going to get it. I got to get my life together. I'm one of those people that say, listen, man, we either going to do this thing right or we ain't going to do it at all. So as I look at myself in the camera, I'm like, yo, you look tired. And I am tired. I had a long day. I had a long day and my eyes are showing it. But I'm not going to allow my current energy state to dictate how we get this thing done. Because if I turn the camera on, then it's on. I can't turn back. This thing has to go down. So since it's going to go down, I'm going in full throttle. So I got the not Visine, but I got these allergy eye drops. So the redness should start going away in a minute. Emily Dunlap is in the house. Bow, she about to turn it out. What's good? And Greg, what up, Greg? Oh, I don't know. Let's tell you what. I'm going to take my shout out of Greg back. Fuck Greg. Yeah, we'll do that. Fuck Greg. But what up, Emily? What's going on? I hope everything is all right with you. I hope everything is good. It's good to see you. It absolutely is. Now my eyes look redder than they was, right? But in a second, it's going to clear up everything. It's going to clear up everything and we're going to be good. So we talking about the first time we did it. Now, for all my people whose minds are in the gutter, y'all thinking like, well, you talking about the first time you did it? Well, I got to remember that a lot of y'all can't even see the title of the show. But it's right there. It's pinned up there. It's pinned at the top or the bottom or however your phone is set up. Along with the title of the show and the number, the call-in number that you can call into. So, yeah, the first time we did it. Y'all come in here just making requests. But anyway, yeah, the first time we did it. So we're going to talk about the difference between when you do things all by yourself and versus when you do things as a group for the first time, because the first time you do something normally leaves an impression on you about whether that was a good thing or bad thing or something that you would try again, even if it was something that you were really looking forward to. Like something that was really great, like, I don't know, going to an amusement park. Going to an amusement park by yourself, I don't know if anybody does that, but I imagine that people do. But the first time that you go to an amusement park, you probably go as a group. So you're going to experience the things, you like getting on the rides, eating the food and traveling through the park. You're going to do those things as a group. So you're going to see things that other people probably didn't notice, and other people are going to notice things that you probably, didn't pick up on. So, the first time that you go to an amusement park or something like that, Do you remember the first time? Do any of you? This is a tough one. Let me ask y'all this. Do you remember the first movie you ever saw? Do you remember the first movie you ever saw? I mean going to the movies. Because, you know, back in the day, going to the movies used to be a big deal. It probably is still a big deal to some people. I don't think it's as big of a deal as it used to be because, you know, things go to DVD or Netflix or whatever, Amazon Prime. It goes there so fast that after a few weekends, if that shit don't really blow up, it's already available for you to see it. I had to get the cat off my chair. You know, she be scratching up shit, putting holes in the leather, baby. I'm like, damn, man. Like the least you could do is do it when I'm not looking. She don't care. My man Shell Love NY was good. Was good. How you feeling? And my people's Carla is in the house. What's going on, my? Good to see me, some you. But yeah, do you remember the first time you ever went to the movies? Because you might have been young, but somebody might have told you the first time you ever went to the movies. So you know, more than likely you didn't experience that by yourself. So whether you remember the movie or not, somebody else probably told you how you were the first time you went to the movies, and like if you were afraid of the dark or something like that. So, you know what I mean? Think about it though. I think that's a pretty good question. Do you remember the first time you went to the movies? Shell says, yo, son, when I go to AC or Maryland or VA, always by myself. My piece out of town is everything. But I'm asking you about the first time. We know that some of y'all like to be alone. Some of y'all don't really like to be alone. But I'm talking about the first time you do something. Now, I'm specifically asking about the first time you've done things as a group or as a partner, a duo, you know, a team, whatever. You know, because there's a difference. There's a difference in the way that you experience something the first time you do it as a group versus the first time you do it as, the first time you do it solo. First time you ever went to the movies. Do you remember? Do you remember the first time you ever went to the movies? And do you remember the first movie you ever saw? All right. Shell says, my first movie alone was Lethal Weapon. One for $10. My first date movie, Home Alone. So I'm only interested in that Home Alone. Because that's the first time you went to the movies with a girl, right? Now you know there has to be a big difference between going to the movies with a girl or like on a date versus going with your homeboys or whatever. I mean, after all, you went to go see Home Alone. But when you was by yourself, you went to go see Lethal Weapon. You know, when you go to the movies by yourself, even if you go to the movies by yourself for the first time, you're going to go see the movie that you want to see. You might go see some shit that nobody else wanted to see. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I'm going to go check out this foreign film and shit. Ain't none of my friends going to want to go see this shit. This shit got subtitles in it, but I heard about this movie and I think it's hot. I'm going to go check it out. You know? Carla says, I don't remember what movie, but I had to take my baby brother and that messed up my groove. That's actually a good one. And that's what I'm looking for right there. That's actually pretty good. I like that. I used to have to go, my big sister, my oldest sister used to have to take me all the time with her on dates. So I saw a lot of movies when she was a teenager. A lot of movies. And she ain't mind taking me because I never fucked up shit for her. I never told what I saw. And I saw a lot. You know what I mean? My older sister was hot. She was hot. And she was a hottie, a real cutie. You know what I mean? Little short, light-skinned cutie. You know how that go. We talk about in the 70s. We ain't even talking about in the 80s. We talking about in the 70s, baby. Why you calling me on that phone? Hold on. Yo, why you calling me on this phone?
What's the number? I called the other number, nothing happened.
Nothing happened? I mean, did it ring?
Yeah, just rang and that's it.
All right, hold on. Let me get it right. Get it right. Okay, try it now. All right. Get it right. There you go. All right. All right. Miss Wims, are you there?
I am. Are we good now?
We good. I thought it Bluetoothed itself in automatically. All right. God damn. So they successfully fucked up this whole live. There's one person left. Like, I swear, boy. Fuck this shit. Man. All right. Anyway, Kim, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You there? I'm here. We basically starting all over.
Yeah.
All over. All right, people starting to scatter back in. You know what I mean? It's like there was a fire alarm, y'all. It was a fire alarm. The fire alarm is over. Everybody go back inside the school. Go back inside the school. We good. We good. This is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. All right, y'all. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Now I'm pissed, so I'm gonna just go ahead and take a seat. Fuck this shit. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show, y'all. Part 2. You know what I mean? The fuck the world side. Sorry about the interruption, the delay, the attempt to make sure that y'all ruined. I'm not y'all. Verizon's attempt to ruin this show. Successful, maybe. We'll see how successful they were. We shall see. At least YouTube didn't front on me. I remember last week they wouldn't let me get the show back. What up, my man Jeff Sprayberry? What's good? I guess they like, yeah, 1 o'clock come with a whole set of problems that you didn't count on.
Oh yeah. That part.
They like, go back to 2, dummy. Go back to 2, dummy. All right, Kim. So what we talking about is the first time we did it. So we're talking about the way that you experience things as a group or as a partner or as a team versus how you experience things by yourself. But we're talking about the first time you do something, not just any random time or all the other times, just the first time. You know, so because you know how the first time you do something leaves an impression on you. Sometimes it may leave the impression on you like, yo, this is not a good thing to do, and I don't think I'm ever going to do it again. And sometimes it's like, yo, this is that shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I really thought it was something great. Because the first time you do something can really seem good, and then all the other times it's like chasing a cocaine high. Like it wasn't nothing like that first time, yo. You know what I mean? But so let me ask you out the gate: do you prefer to do things when you know you're going to experience something new? Do you prefer to experience it on your own by yourself, or do you prefer to experience things with others as a team or with somebody else, a partner or something?
Well, let me think. That I like a team, a partner, a group. Um, and I know your first question you asked was the first time we went to the movies. So I'm glad to hear what the whole thing is about because that's all I heard was what was the first. Do you remember the first time we went to the movies? And that's what made me call in.
Okay.
With that, but I like a group. So to answer the question, the first time I can recall going to the movies was when I was in the 70s going to see Star Wars, and that was a group effort.
Okay.
So, I guess it would be different as I got older. And so the first, you know what? Let's go back. I can remember the first time I went ice skating. And unfortunately, that wasn't me alone. That was my brothers and my mother, and then the guy who asked me out.
That's the first time you went ice skating?
Yes.
Did you know how to ice skate the first time you went ice skating?
I did not and still don't.
Did you know how to roller skate?
No.
That's why you didn't know how to ice skate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the plan wasn't to ice skate. But my mother figured that out, so she decided she was going with my brother. So that changed everything there. In hindsight, I'm glad she did. Trying to think I remember wanting to go see Nightmare on Elm Street, but I had to take my brother with me. So I did not want to do that. So I decided against it, but it was supposed to be a group of us going, and I had to take my brother. My cousin had to take her little sister, and so because we had to take those siblings with us, we decided not to go at all.
Okay.
I prefer a group with experiencing things. I prefer a group, or at least another person with me. I'm not one of those by myself going out having a good time kind of people. Like I can have a good time at home by myself, but to go out into the world and do activities, I want to go with other people. I like to talk about what I'm experiencing as I'm experiencing it. Like when I go to Sedona, I don't want to go by myself. I want to go with some other people or another person.
What's Sedona?
Sedona, California.
Oh, okay. Well, we really just talking about the first time you do something.
Okay.
So not all the other times, because by the time you do things over and over again, you've already had like a certain perspective on it. But the way that you see things and the way that you experience things for the first time, I think it has an impact on whether you do it with other people or with just by yourself. So, yeah, because
my first movie experience was the drive-in going to see Star Wars.
Okay, cool. And that's an interesting first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm talking about the drive-in itself because it's like, wow, you know what I mean? Like I'm thinking that the first time you go to the movies, you're going to a movie house. You know what I'm saying? Because the experience of a drive-in versus the movie house is a lot different. Because, remember the drive-in, you probably went during the warmer months.
Yes.
All them fucking mosquitoes getting in the car, that weak-ass speaker that used to hang on the glass of the driver's
side. I don't remember any of that. I don't remember it being anything like that. I remember it being the best thing ever. And I probably had another experience at the theater, but my first experience that I can recollect going to the movies was at the drive-in. Yeah. I don't remember mosquitoes. I mean, as an adult, I remember the rickety thing, but that experience, I don't remember that raggedy speaker. I just remember my mother cooked a bunch of food. We were in my uncle's big green car that we call the Green Machine. And my mother had her car, and both they rode out, and both cars were packed with everything. Like we were going camping. We got to go on this swing set that was they had before it got dark. There's a swing set in the front of like a little park for the kids to go to before the movie started. We went and did all those things first. Then we came back, went to the bathroom, did all the stuff, and came back to the car. My mother laid out blankets and different stuff, and there were blankets on top of the car so we could sit on the car, and we ate and watched the movie and had the greatest time ever. That's what I remember. And it was a bunch of people out there and a bunch of children, and we all were at the same time excited.
Cool. That's I remember the drive-in differently. And because I don't know about drive-ins in other places in the country, but our drive-ins, it was dirt. So if it was raining, it was mud. Either way, them shoes was getting dirty. And you had to go to the concession stand. The concession stand was like 50, like maybe 25 yards away. 25, 50. It was a good little ways. And the sound of that little speaker that you had to hang on your driver's side driver's side window, that shit was ass. And if it was like the summertime or whatever, it was mad mosquitoes. But I don't remember the first drive-in movie I went to, but I think that the first drive-in movie I ever went to was Cinderella, and it was an X-rated Cinderella. Now you might be asking, why the fuck would you take a child to see X-rated Cinderella? Well, because I guess you could say this was still a first, and my god brother and his friends took me to see this shit. Now, why would they have an X-rated movie showing at the drive-in?
I'm confused. And why would a bunch of guys go to it?
There were women there, but yeah, there were other movies playing too.
Are you sure about what you're saying? Because
I'm absolutely sure. I'm sure as fuck.
Cinderella at the drive-in.
That movie Cinderella is still available now. And when people be calling pussy the snapper, I don't know if you've ever heard somebody say that she got the snapper.
I heard somebody say it before.
That's where they got it from. That's where they got it. The prince in that movie Cinderella, the X-rated version, he was looking for the woman who had the snapper. So she was the one who had the best pussy. And in this Cinderella movie, it was Cinderella. So he wasn't looking for no golden slipper. He had sex with a bunch of women, and Cinderella was the one that had the snapper. Yeah. Okay. And I remember my little dick was hard in the motherfucking. It was uncomfortable. I was like, yo, this nasty, y'all. They was like, no, yo, this was abuse. No, you gonna watch this movie. No, open your eyes. You gonna watch this movie. I remember that shit. They were like, you gonna watch this movie. I was like, God damn, a forced movie. I wanted to hang out with my god brother who was about 7.5, basically 8 years older than me. So if I was 6 or 7, he was like a good 14, 15. Still in high school, whatever. But they drove. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that was the first drive-in movie I went to, but I'm not sure. But one thing I am sure of is that was the first porno movie I ever saw. And when I went and watched that movie later on, it was like maybe a 1X movie. You know what I mean? It wasn't graphic. They didn't really, they showed them doing it, but to a 6 or 7 year old, I thought I was seeing triple X action. I might as well be seeing the dick going in and out, but it wasn't really like that. And Carla said, "Little pickle." Yeah, that shit felt like it was busting out the seams and shit. It was very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Penelope Peraza said, "Slow times, not fast times." Yeah, slow times at Ridgemont High. There you go. Oh shit, Jeff Sprayberry said his first drive-in movie was Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Now that was a dope ass movie. That was a good ass movie, especially to be the first. That's what's up. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so yeah.
My first porn type movie, I guess you could call it. I mean, my first adult type movie where it was some uncomfortable things would be modern what was it modern something with Chevy Chase. Oh, what was the name of that movie?
Not American Graffiti.
No, it was Modern something, and Nell Carter was in it, and Dabney Coleman. I can't think of the lady's name who used to be on SNL, had the hair. Gosh, I can't think of the name of the movie. Modern Times? I want to keep saying Modern Times. I know that's not it. Modern Problems. That's the name of it. You know what? That might not be it either. Or something with Chevy Chase. And my uncle took all of us to go see it. It was a group of us. All my cousins, my siblings. And of course, he's thinking it's Chevy Chase, so it's going to be a bunch of foolishness and laughing and joking and carrying on. Psych. We got to that theater and started watching the movie. It was funny at first. Then all of a sudden, the nudity happened. And my uncle has his hands trying to cover everybody's eyes at the same time. And he's stressed out. He said, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. They showing boobs and booty and everything. And of course, the boys outnumber the girls in the family at that time anyway. So they all like, I'm trying to see it. And they saying little stuff. And of course, we're like, covering our eyes. It was chaotic because it was a theater full of children. Because I think all the adults thought, this is going to be a funny movie to take kids to. And I don't think anyone stopped to see, maybe they didn't have the R rating of the PG-13 rating then. But I don't think anybody stopped to see what the movie was about. They just thought Nell Carter, Chevy Chase, it's going to be funny. It was funny, but it was raunchy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of shit that happened to us, especially me when I was little, with a wound up had a lot of people ending up in front of a judge or child protective services. I was saying, but my parents could have lost me with the shit that I saw. My god brother exposed me to a lot of shit. My god family, they exposed me to a lot of shit. But like, staying in step with the things, experiencing things the first time with a group of people, you remember things differently when you do things, when you experience things for the first time as a group. Other people remember things that like, I think about like the first time I got drunk, and I mean drunk, not like buzzed, nice and whatever, because the first time you get the nice buzz drunk, you be down to do it again. Like, yo, that was kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? But then the first time you get drunk, you know what I mean? Like, that shit is, it's pain the next day. Hangover all crazy. You sick as shit. You might have been throwing up. Motherfuckers teasing you. They laughing at the shit that you did the night before. Somebody might have had to carry you. You might have gotten into a fight. All kinds of shit. So there's a difference. So I remember my brother, he didn't introduce me to alcohol, but I wasn't no drinker. So here I was 17 years old. Yeah, I just turned 17. And he had his own apartment. Well, he shared an apartment with his girl. That would later become my apartment after he went to the Air Force, and the two of them had separated or whatever. They wasn't living together no more, and so he had some Colt 45.
Oh.
Colt 45 malt liquor, and we drinking. You know what I'm saying? I was like, the next day I was like, yo, that was fun. I was like, yo, when we gonna do that again? And he was like, you like that? Oh, I said, yeah, that shit was all right. So the next time his girl had came home because she went to go. My brother used to date this white girl, which would later become his wife, and she worked at a jewelry store. Now, back in the day, the little hood jewelry stores, all they really sold was gold. We talking about 1986, 1987, right? So, she knew two other white girls that worked. One of them worked in her store, and the other one worked in the other jewelry store, the gold store around the corner. And they was all cool and everything because they was the white girls that worked in the jewelry store. You know what I mean? Wink, wink. If y'all know, if you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like stores back in the day always had women in there, black, white, or whatever, that were attractive because all the drug dealers would come in and spend money if they saw a pretty girl. You know what I mean? Easy peasy. Them Jews know how to work niggas. It was it was easy shit. So his girl came home the next night, and I don't think it was the very next night, but it was soon after. And they was it's three girls and just us two dudes, and we playing this game called quarters. Now I'm a fresh, brand new drinker. You know what I mean? Just got a little buzz off some Colt 45, and I might only weigh. Let me put it this way: in 1987, my waist was like I wore like a 27 or a 27 or 28 waist. So that lets you know how small I was, right? So I'm a lightweight. We playing this game called quarters. Now, if you ever play this game, Kim?
I can't recall. Tell me what it is first, and then I can say yes or no.
All right. So you have
you know the names.
You have a cup or a glass, and you have to bounce the quarter off of the table, and if you make it land in the cup, then you
flip it.
Then you can pick somebody to drink. If you miss, then you have to drink. Mm-hmm. So guess who kept missing the cup in the with the quarter?
I'm sure it's you.
And guess who they kept choosing to drink when they made the quarter in the cup? So I was drunk as fuck. So, you know what I mean? Like, yo, I was so drunk and we had to go to work the next day. This was in the summertime. I was so hungover. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I still went to work, sweating that shit out. You know what I mean? Weak as shit. I worked in a clothing store, but I worked in stock. I wasn't on the floor. I got the truck pulling up with 45 boxes of Calvin Klein's, another 45 boxes of Jordan, and I was the only one, my little young skinny ass, having to carry it. It was a long day. It was a long fucking day. I was mad at those deliveries. I was so mad at those deliveries. Like, what the? Man, do that shit tomorrow. Okay. So, but that's what happened the first time I got drunk as a group. And I wasn't, I'm trying to remember, was I throwing up that night or whatever? I think I was. I don't remember blacking out, but when you black out, what do you remember? You know what I'm saying? I know I was drunk as shit. It didn't go well. My man, Bwana Haguski, T. Carey Rice, he said, I don't play drinking games, man. I can't do hangovers. No. Yeah, exactly. But I was a fresh drinker, fresh off my first buzz. So the next, I swore off drinking, like I'm not drinking no more. I don't give a fuck. But they wanted to drink with me again. The white chick had, she was all up on me. And my brother was definitely co-signing that, like, I'm about to turn him over and turn him out. Yeah, I mean, that was literally his plan. So the next time we played quarters, and I was like, I ain't drinking. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. And one thing about me, when I say I ain't doing something, I'm not doing it. Plus, now that I'm sober, I got the skill to make that fucking quarter go in that cup. Boop. So I had her ass drinking. She kept getting me. I kept getting her. And so now she the one that's fucked up and whatever. And the rest of the story doesn't need to be told. But anyway, so that was the first, but that was the first and the second time I got drunk. Well, yeah, it was. So I'll never forget the first time I got drunk as a group, and the first time I played a drinking game. And yeah, so that was what it was. But yeah, I mean, getting drunk, I don't know if anybody ever gets drunk the first time by themselves. I mean,
I didn't.
That would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? Like you introduced yourself to alcohol. Like, damn.
You drink in a group the first time you drink alcohol. It's not you by yourself, unless, I mean, I guess there's some people, I don't know, weirdos who do. Sorry to weirdos out there, but I know I didn't.
Yeah.
I just can't imagine the thought to drink first. The first time you take a drink is alone. You're on the road to something terrible.
You're right. Alcoholism is right there. You got alcohol. Yeah, that ain't cool. And what fun would it be getting drunk by yourself? Like,
yeah, that's weird.
The room spinning. No. The room spinning. Like, wow, this. Yeah, that's you. Got to be.
I want to go try this MD 2020 and see what it tastes like. And drink the whole bottle by myself. That never.
That's gonna kill you.
People try alcohol when they're young, amongst their peers.
Which is the way it should be.
Wrong, but that's usually how it is. So it's usually a group, and the one who gets it, and everybody, let's try it. So that's generally how it goes the first time.
Generally, yeah.
So
it would be weird to do that by yourself. But I bet you somebody has, and there probably are some people that smoke weed for the first time by themselves and shit. Weirdos.
That's weird. I just think anything that we're not supposed to do for the most part
should be done.
The group.
The
first time you really do it, you got a partner. So I'm just saying, I think all the things that we're not supposed to do, we do as a group, because somebody introduces the thought, and then hey, let's expand on this foolishness. We're probably gonna get killed for it.
Yeah. Okay. How about? I mean, does anybody learn to drive all by themselves?
Hell no.
Yeah, you gotta have somebody teach you. But I don't know. I think some people have. I've heard about some little kids that learn how to drive on their own. Parents went in the store, some shit, left the kid in the car by himself. That motherfucker took off.
Did they really learn how to drive a wreck?
They didn't crash.
Okay.
You know, I mean, now I'm thinking that if nobody teaches you how to drive, do you really have the concept of how to do it? Because a moving vehicle, when you are navigating a moving vehicle, that shit is it feels strange at first. Watching somebody do it ain't nothing. But when you behind the wheel, you realize, like, wait a minute. The whole power of my life is in my hands right now. You know, getting the footwork together, making a turn without making it go too wide. You know what I'm saying? Now, who knows? Maybe some people have natural instincts and sense of direction. Speaking of sense of direction, let me ask you and everybody within the sound of my voice something. If somebody drove you 5 miles away in a direction that you had never been before, like taking streets or roads that you had never traveled before, would you be able to walk back? And I don't mean would you be able to physically walk back, like would you be tired? Would you be able to remember? Would you be able to find your way back the way that you had gone in the first place?
Maybe in the beginning I'm filing this unusual route in my head, but after a while I'm probably in panic mode, so I've missed everything after that.
Okay. Yeah, y'all in the chat, if you would be so kind to answer that question, you know what I mean? I want to know, because I think I would, you know what I mean? But then again, I don't know. It might depend on the circumstances surrounding the route that we took. Oh, Tom, the question is, if somebody drove or took you 5 miles away on a street or road or a way that you had never traveled before, would you be able to make your way back walking? Would you be able to find your way back? Or would you be like, yo, I'm lost? You know what I mean? Start crying or whatever. Because remember, back in the day, there wasn't no cell phones or no shit like that. When you was lost as fuck. There wasn't no GPS or no shit like that. You had to ask somebody, the way to get somewhere. And you had to know the names of streets and all of that. But what I'm trying to ask about is your sense of direction. Are you paying attention enough when you go somewhere to whereas you would be able to find your way back on foot if you needed to? 5 miles away. Now, I ain't talking about 5 miles away on a straight road. I'm talking about, would you be able to find your way back the way that they brought you? Or at least close to it. Tom says.
He said no. I would definitely be lost because I wouldn't be paying attention. There's other people in the car. I would have been lost as fuck.
I understand. And Buana says depends on how many turns they made. Exactly. I don't think it's as easy as somebody might think it is. You know what I mean?
In the beginning, like I said, I would be like, okay, we made it right here. This is the name of that street. But after too long, I'm like, okay, what the hell is happening? I'm in panic mode. Like, do I gotta reach in my purse? Do I need to roll out this car? What are we doing?
Okay, so let me ask you this. The first time you got lost, were you lost by yourself or were you lost as a group?
Oh, we were lost as a group.
Okay.
We were lost as a group and then got in a car accident because we were lost and didn't know where the hell we were going, and ended up in somebody's cornfield yard with the car flipped over. Absolutely in a group.
The car flipped over though?
Yes, sir. It was raining. Something ran out. It was dark. That car hit a spot. And the houses are, because this is country, cornfields, and it's one
That's
house per 70,000 miles, and the houses sit down in a ditch, and they have the little, I can't think of what they're called right now, but like mini moats in front of the house where the water runs off so it doesn't puddle around the homes, make it their homes sit in the water. And we hit that spot. We don't even know where we are or how to get back. And we hit a spot, and that car slid off down into that ditch, hit something, and just rolled and rolled and rolled. And it's pitch black.
wasn't the movie Children of the Corn made in Indiana?
Listen, I don't know.
I
That was
believe
one of my
I
favorite
believe
movies
I
back in the
believe that
day.
it was. I believe hold on. What state
It
was the
may have
movie Children
been.
of the Corn set in?
The movie Children
Oh,
of the Corn is set
Nebraska.
in the fictional Nebraska town of Gatlin, although it is filmed
Still
in
Ah,
Midway.
fictional town of Nebraska. But I always thought it was Indiana. Okay. Okay. 'Cause
It was one of my favorite movies back then.
I know I saw it a bunch of times. I know I saw it a bunch of times. All right. But I would think that being lost as a group would be better because y'all could, put your heads together and figure it out and it wouldn't be as
It
scary.
was. It was fun until the accident. It
Yeah.
was fun until the accident.
Fun until
We're
the
stupid.
accident.
Yeah, we were stupid. We were like, we're in hell. Oh, ha 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 ha, laughing, just having a good time, talking about what we're gonna do later and all this kind of stuff. Shh. We hit that spot. Something ran out. We all screaming, and then she hit the spot. That car spun out, and it hit that ditch and flipped, and the fun was over after that.
Um, whose car was it?
My friends,
Was they mad?
she was mad because she was driving.
How do you
It was
unflip a car?
like
How do you get a car
seven
back
of
on the
us.
four? How do you get a car back on four wheels?
Let me tell you something. What they say, God looks out for fools and babies, and those unable. We were the fools that night because even though the car and we could hear these noises coming, and of course we're like, it's going to blow up. We're in this little Mork and Mindy escort. That's what we used to call it, the Mork and Mindy
Oh,
80.
y'all was in a Ford Escort? Oh
Mork and
shit.
escort.
The little
And it was like
joy.
7 of us in the, I don't even know how we got in there like clowns.
Because that's what you would do back in the day. My boy had a Ford Escort. He ain't had no shocks on that shit. His struts was done. You felt every fucking, even on a smooth road, you felt the bumps. And it was like bam, bam. Every time you hit it, like you feel you guys fuck.
You feel it with shots. You feel it there. Look.
Imagine it without. Just imagine it without. Because that was an economy car. That was the car that you could afford when you was a kid. You know what I'm saying? You had a little job, you could get a little Ford Escort. You could find one.
And my friend did. To this day, I don't know how God is how we survived. The creator was like, I'm going to protect these idiots tonight. We all got out of the car. And I remember my son's godfather saying, let's. He said, we finally got a drop top. Let's flip it over and go home. Like, what? We had somebody with blood coming out of their head, another one just screaming, and this idiot says that foolishness. And of course, I'm crying and laughing at the same time because it's funny, but I'm scared.
But nobody
And
got
we're
hurt.
in somebody's yard. Listen, 2 went to the hospital, everybody left. But we spent the night in a Mayberry type of jail. Not that we were arrested, but because they had no place to take these 6 black children and this 1 white child. They had nowhere to take these teens. So you all sit here till we can get some parents on the phone.
You gotta
And of
fucking
course,
be kidding me.
so now we have two have gone to the hospital, and the rest was me and the other guys. And we are in this jail cell. Now we're calm, and we don't even have sense enough to be quiet and scared. We're in there acting a fool in the jail cell, in the jailhouse. And it literally was like the Mayberry, what you see on Andy Griffith. It was that kind of jail, like a little jailhouse with this little cell there, and then seating, and somebody's wife cooked us some food. Because it's like 4
Are you
o'clock in the
serious?
morning. Yes.
This is the best jail story I've heard in my life.
Listen, and it's two places, Brown County and Brownsburg. That's exactly how it was. So one of the guys called his sister, older teen, to come and get us so we didn't get in trouble. She goes to Brownsburg, and we're in Brown County. So she can't find us. And there were no cell phones. It was just a pager. So she didn't even know how to get back.
At least you had that.
Us. Listen, it was, and then I'm the only girl. And of course I'm with a bunch of pervs. So I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom. You pee in the trash can. We'll turn our back. It's stupid stuff. Listen, God was like, these are idiots.
All right, let me. So wait. So was that your first car accident?
That was my first car accident in life.
All right. So what would you say if you could think outside of your own experience? What would you say? What would you say the biggest difference would be between, like, if you got into a car accident by yourself versus getting in a car accident with somebody else in the car? I imagine by yourself it might be a lot scarier.
It would not. Yeah, it would not be fun. Like, so even with me and one other person, I was in another accident with my cousin. And in that accident, it wasn't fun. We weren't laughing and joking. It was scary, even though we were safe because it was an old Ford LTD. Mm-hmm. And the guy who hit us tore his car up. And it was barely a scratch on the LTD. You know, that's made out of, I don't know.
That was a hard car. That was a hard car.
Okay, I'm just saying, I don't know what the fuck that was made out of. But he hit us and crushed his car. And he's worried about us. And we like, are you good?
Right.
But we weren't laughing and joking. We were really like, oh my God, is he okay? Are we okay? So it just was one other person, it was a difference. And then I've been in one by myself, and that was horrifying because I was scared the whole time and there was no laughter there. But it was a group of us. Hey, it was like we went to the fair.
Yeah.
And got on a roller coaster.
Flipped the car over. So what ultimately happened to the car?
They came and towed it out of the people's yard.
Did they put it right side up?
They had to put it on the tow thing that you have to put the car on, not drag it, but the one
the flatbed
with the big slide out part.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they had to flip it over and put it on there and take it on. So that was that.
Out of all the car accidents I've been in, and I've been in a lot, I have never flipped a car.
Well, we did. And it wasn't up with the grace to save us. We really, and here's the thing, none of us had any kind of identification. No, nothing on us. Just, God, we did some of the stupidest things. We really did. When I look back on it, our first time doing a lot of stuff, our first trip to Chicago was stupid. And it was the same group of people. We just never learned. We always did stupid things together. Our first trip to Chicago, we were on the verge of being murdered, and we just laughed. God, we were stupid. So yeah,
On the verge of being murdered, you said?
yeah, doing too much. Just
Chicago is an easy place to make that happen, from what I understand.
and we were working on it. We did not learn a lesson. I don't think we learned a lesson in anything we did until we got past the teen years because we continued to do stupid stuff in the same group. Hell, I mean, two of us stole a car together. So I'm just saying,
You stole a car? God damn, you thug ass
stole a
John.
car and dumped it in a pond. That.
What the fuck are you talking about?
We just terrible.
Wilding out.
Yeah, just idiots. I'm telling you, it was the grace of God that saved us.
Is that what it was?
Yep, there's that.
Okay. All right. I'll accept it. All right. So, okay. So, the first accident, the first time ever almost being killed by wild and out city folk. All right. Was as a group. Okay. All right. Everybody, the title of the show is The First Time We Did It. So we're talking about the differences in the way that you do things as a group or as a partner for the first time versus when you do things for the first time by yourself. Okay, so all right, let's go on. Let's go on to the next thing that you might do as a group or as a partner. Something monumental. Let me see. Okay, so we talked about getting drunk the first time you got high. How about, well, you know what? Did you ever cut school?
Yes.
Did you do it for the first time you did it? Did you do it by yourself? Like, because some people do that, just don't go to school. You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Of course, not you. Not a chance.
No, it was me and this girl, Leanne Blow, and two other people. And that is how I met my best friend, because we were all cutting school together. And Leanne was friends with me and friends with my best friend. And she introduced us that day, and we have been best friends since.
Okay. Back in the day, we used to have these things called hooky parties.
Yep. We did. Go ahead.
All types of atrocities. All kinds of unmentionables happen at a goddamn hooky party.
Again, idiot stuff. Yes.
Pregnancies came out of hooky parties. Emergency room visits came out of hooky parties. Whole lot of explaining to do, because you was at home in somebody's house when none of y'all was supposed to be there.
Yep.
So, oh shit! Let me see if this shit'll work tonight. Hold on. Caller with the last number is 1399. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. What's on your mind tonight? Hold on. Let me see if I can merge the calls. Hold on. All right. Let's see what happens when we put it on. Mm-hmm. All right. It decided wanted to work tonight.
I just had a genuine question, brother.
Okay.
So I've been tuned in on your show for like a couple months now and stuff like that. I just had a genuine question. You think you could bless a brother out? Hello? Hello? Ah, damn.
Well, the beautiful thing about this is I can drop a fucking call. Now I'm glad you ain't say you really got that assignment, Kim. You're like, don't say shit. Just don't say shit. Let this motherfucker stew in his own dumbass juices and shit. Motherfucker. I don't even know what the fuck he asked. All I know was dumb. What did he say? Was something a brother out? What did he say?
Man, I don't know, but it sounded perverted. So
that's right.
Like, what in the hell?
Ain't nobody even say that.
Oh, he said, bless a brother out. Is that what he said?
Fuck that mean. What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Me either.
Does he know you're not a priest?
I ain't fucking with that mother. I don't.
Maybe it's the way he said it that made it sound weird because he said, bless the brother out.
It sounded too dumb. He sounded like he sounded like he was trolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's what I thought.
That's why I ain't saying a motherfucking word. You get nothing. Blinded you with silence, dickhead. But it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, you know.
Oh, maybe that is what he meant. Could you look out for him or something? But maybe he should have said it different.
Maybe he should have said it to somebody else.
Yeah. This is not the show for that, but okay.
Yeah. So anyway, let's see. Of course, the first time you ever play sports, you do it as a group or whatever. But I'm trying to think about some things that you would probably do just as two people or not. Hold on a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if it'll work again. We can go 2 for 2. Nope, he burned it. He burned it out. We was good. Nah, the other bull burned the joint out, Troy. You know what I mean? They like, see?
I said to myself, well, since you and Kim's on, because I didn't know if it worked tonight, I said, let me let y'all two go on because I didn't know where. So when he called in, I was just coming from in the kitchen. I didn't know if it worked tonight. I called in, I said,
hold on. Let me see. See, it worked the first time. Let me see. Hold on. All right, look like we good. It looked like we good.
All right.
Sheesh. You there, Troy?
Hello?
Oh, you good?
I'm good.
All right.
What's up, Troy?
What's going on, Kim?
Okay. Okay.
Getting stuck in the ditch. In Indiana. That's so Indiana. Yeah.
Shut the hell up.
Indiana. That's not but a horror flick. That's not a horror flick waiting to happen.
Man. When the cornfield part ways.
God damn. And all that story you was telling about drinking with the white girl and all that, you know, only thing us men want to know was, did you hit?
Well,
did you hit, son? Already. She was drunk. You got free hits.
let me just say that I got my get back.
Amen. I appreciate that. Let me do this for you.
I'm not proud of that, but yeah, it is what it is.
Well, you was dumb. You know, you was young and dumb. You was having fun. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I was definitely dumb, and I was young. Yup, you're right. I was young and I was dumb.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, bro.
So yeah.
First time you done something with a group. I tried to follow the let me see, the first time, it's one funny ass story, bro, that I had because I used to, me and my cousin Carlton and a bunch of other bulls, we used to go to house parties every fucking week.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to a house party right down there, right off it might have been 55th or 55th and King Session. Right, so we go there.
Y'all was a little far from home.
But yeah, Southwest is far, but it ain't that far.
Yeah.
Plus, we thought we was cool.
Mm-mm.
You know, so we went. There was a house party around the corner with all people that from Bach had graduated. And then there was another house party around the corner that was just a regular house party that one of my cousins knew. So we go on that party. So we in there and, you know, we getting our jig on, we having a ball. So all the girls coming over there with us because we having fun, we ain't worrying about anybody else. All of a sudden this bull took a bullet out of his pocket and started, like he was sizing us up. Like, I'm going to hit him with the big one because he a big guy. So I'm going to hit him with these little small 22. I'm like, what the fuck? So we get ready to leave. We get to the door, the cop right outside the door. We all happy. Now we thoroughly shit. We talking shit. All right, y'all be safe, bro. We getting ready to get out of here. My swag is swaggadocious. We cool as shit until that cop car pulled off.
Swaggadocious? What?
The cop car pulled off, bro. This fucking cop car pulled off, man. Now, this time, this wasn't like big Troy like I am now. I had some skinny days back in the day. So now my bitch ass running. I can feel the white line going up my back like a bitch. I'm running.
Straight cartoon shit.
Wait a minute. No. You had skinny jeans on back in the day.
No. I said I had some skinny time within me.
He said skinny days.
Wait, what?
Skinny days.
My skinny days. This was my skinny days. So I was able to run fast. My cousins in them rolling under cars. The other one almost at the damn trolley stop. The trolley. He got on the trolley. All of a sudden, they catch up to my big ass. I'm like, oh shit. One of the bulls. I don't know if God sent this guy down from the earth, but this bull said, "Yo, don't you know my cousin Alexis and Dion and Clyde and all?" I was like, "Yeah, what's going on, boss?"
Right, you Joe familiar as hell, huh?
And I didn't even know that was his cousin. Right. So I looked over, check this shit out. So I looked at all the people that was chasing me. It was a light-skinned bull. Right, I mean, damn near little Puerto Rican. And I was like, "Yo, don't you go to boxing? You my gym class?" Oh, I got home. This was on a Friday night. Sunday night, I was calling the football team. I got in school that next day. My mom must have heard me on the phone. Because I don't know if you remember back in the day, they had crisis intervention out.
Mm-hmm.
One of my OGs, it was like an uncle to me. All of a sudden, he just popped up at the school. Troy, they want you down in security. So I go down in security, right? They brought the ball down there. I was going to whoop his ass. So they had the whole football team ready to get his ass.
Mm.
And I'm ready to fuck him up. I'm like, remember, bro? You remember what the fuck? Oh, man. They had to die to the school bus, to the buses after school and everything. That was the first time my bitch assness came out. The first time. Yeah, first time ever I knew I was a bitch.
Mm. Wow.
You know what I mean? First time ass whooping when I got my first when I did get beat up for the first time.
No. We only talk about it as a group.
All right, well, that was as a group.
Yeah.
As a group. That was as a group.
Because the thing is, your experience with doing something as a partner or as a group is a lot different. And especially when we talk about the first time you experience it, because you're going to see things through a different lens when you do something for the first time, as a group or with somebody else. Have you ever experienced something with somebody or a bunch of people and then listen to them describe what happened and you feel like y'all didn't see the same thing or y'all wasn't there together?
The funniest time I had was, back in the day, I used to frequent the Gentlemen's Club. So I was telling my boys a story. So my boys a story, they was like, yo, I want to roll out with you the next time you go out. So we got done. I got done. I was working at the Clan Bar. So we got done. He picked me up. You know what I mean? We got something to eat. I was like saying, just let me get something to eat. So I got us something to eat. We got sat in the car at 8. We went down there to a place called Hearts and Flowers, right? We got down there, right? It was me and two of us. It was just me and two of my boys. We all lived on the same block.
Uh-huh.
So we go in there. I know the routine. I had to, I'm trying to tell him. And this boy went down there, and I told him, I said, yo, you might want to change your pants. I don't think you want to wear windbreaker pants, bro.
I see where this is going.
This fool had on windbreaker pants, man. So you shaking your head, yeah. So he told me, I'm sitting in my seat. My boy is in his seat behind me, and the one that had the windbreaker pants on, right? He's sitting in front of me.
Fuck.
The song came on, and he danced with this girl for 5 songs, bro.
And windbreaker pants?
And windbreaker pants.
Whoa.
Yo, and you know how they dress at a Gentlemen's Club. This ain't no. Because back in my day, if I can't touch you can't get a tip.
That's a good word for it. That's a good term for a gentleman's club.
That's a good way.
And the joint that's painted black and deep in the hood and shit with no name on it. Gentlemen's club, huh?
This was in Center City.
Oh. This was a gentleman's club.
Yes, it was. But it was very much hoodified and guttified. Yes, it's in the city.
Not hoodified.
Hoodified and guttified. Yes. So the girls danced. When we danced with this girl for like 4 or 5 songs, the song came on, Digital Underground, Do What You Like. The song is blasting, and the only thing I hear is this. What the fuck? You know what happened, bro.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Like, that's how you sound when you what? I'm like, get the fuck out of here with your roof.
I got this feeling, and this make me break it to a cold sweat.
As a woman in that situation, I would be like, get away from me.
Yeah. I was like,
everybody.
What in the world? Just to know
that's terrible.
I said, listen, bro. I was like, man, this gotta stop, man. And then we got done. And that's what he said. I want to go to the other place you go to too, Troy. I said, don't you want to go change your clothes? He's like, no, I'm good, bro.
Oh, man, no.
So we went, guess what you know where I took him to, right?
He was driving, right?
I took him to Fox Valley.
Oh my fucking goodness. No.
I took him to the valley. That shit was crazy, bro. I can't make it up. I can't make it up, man. And you thought he went crazy there.
What kind of noise did he make again, Troy?
No. I was like, you don't get off of me. It would have been the end of everything right then and there.
First of all, to be able to bust without penetration is you can look at that in two ways. Like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, what an ability. Let's just say that. And the other way is like niggas say what?
Bro, I couldn't make this shit up, man. That shit had me. I said, no, man, we can't do that no more. And then my stupid ass said, we're going to do this again. You know what I mean? At some point in time, that shit was so addictive to me. I was going to the gentleman's club Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
That's a lot of money.
I know. I'm pretty sure at that time I was working at the Clan Bar. Boys, I think I paid somebody car note off. Paid the car off. So then all three of us went again back to the Valley on a Sunday night. This boy was drinking Thunderbird and done something that I would never drink behind him no more. That was it for me, man. Can't go out with you no more, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Couldn't do it no more, man. That was it.
Okay.
That's exactly how I said it.
Okay.
What you say?
I said okay. All right.
Yeah. Couldn't do it. I can't do it no more, bro.
Okay.
Couldn't do it no more. That was it for me. We can't hang out no more, bro. I'm Patty LaBelle and Michael McDowell. I'm on my own. And that's when I came up with the slogan. I followed behind Tresh and I said, I do my dirt all by my lonely.
Do my dirt all by my lonely.
Gotta do my dirt all by my lonely, man. Fuck a group. Shit, I've had a lot of group stories. Shit, one of my first group stories, what was it? I went down to fucking, me, all my cousins, we all went down to, we went to after midnight down there on Broader Spring Garden.
Wow.
We that bastard. This the night Public Enemy was partying, was performing. And when we got in there, I heard the crowd talking about, go Richard, go Richard, go Richard. I'm like, Richard in here kicking it. Where Richard at? I'm talking about Richard Allen. I'm looking for Richard the whole time. Right. All of a sudden, we only thing we hear Flavor Flav come up there and say, yeah, boy, all that. And then all of a sudden we heard, pop, 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 pop. That was it for that, bro.
It sure should have been.
Richard.
I said it sure should have been.
Yeah. That's all you heard was pop, pop, pop. We got out that door very, very expeditiously.
Yeah.
Got out that door and then went to Seltzers. The other one, the other overnight club. Well, the party don't stop.
Yeah, when they put the After Midnight down there, they definitely didn't do their homework about the demographics of the neighborhood.
That's the truth, boy. That's the truth.
They didn't think that one out very well at all.
No, they didn't. If they killed Richard Allen is Richard Allen Project in North Philly.
A notorious housing project in the city.
What you say?
A notorious project.
At that time, one of the most notorious. Yep. Guess who grew up there? Bill Cosby.
I thought Bill Cosby was from South Philly.
No, Bill Cosby grew up living in Richard Allen.
No, I don't think so.
That's what I know. When I was a kid, he did a commercial. He mentioned that he lived in Richard Allen at some point. I don't know where else he lived.
Oh, maybe at some point. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. Because I think
so I was like,
they would have definitely claimed the shit out of him.
Shit, I know the group that did come from out of there, the Rough and Rugged, Richard Allen Mob.
Mm-hmm. What part of Philadelphia did Bill Cosby grow up in? Damn, Cosby grew up poor in North Philadelphia's Richard Allen Homes, a public. God, ain't this about a bitch? After dropping out of high school, he did a stint in the Navy where he earned his diploma through court. The fuck out of here!
And Central. They're gonna bully you on your way home, but you're gonna take your ass to Central.
But he dropped out.
Did he drop out?
Yeah, it say after dropping out of high school, Cosby did a stint in the Navy where he earned his diploma through correspondence courses.
Oh.
Richard Allen?
Yeah, so he's part of the Rough and Rugged Richard Allen Mob.
That's crazy as shit. You know what I mean? This motherfucker had you thinking that I really thought he grew up in South Philly. Because if you look at the Cosby kids, they had houses.
You thought he grew up where?
In South Philly.
No, the fuck he didn't.
I thought he did.
No, he didn't grow up in South Philly. I thought you thought he grew up somewhere near Central, like down in Albany or something. No, he ain't grew up in
I
grew up in South Philly.
I knew he ain't grew up in Germantown or nowhere around there. I thought he grew up in South Philly. I really did.
I know Billy Paul, me and Mrs. Jones. He grew up on Christian Street between 19th and 20th, right around the corner from where I grew up at. And Sherman Hemsley. George Jeffrey, he grew up between 20th and 21st in Montrose.
Okay.
The dance that he used to do.
Now I knew that he was from South Philly.
Yeah, the dance he used to do on the show was called the South Philly Slop.
Mm-hmm.
The dance he did on the Jefferson.
Mm-hmm. He learned it very well.
Yeah. South Philly Slop.
Now, I'm gonna spin the block on the earlier question. Troy, do you remember the first time you ever went to the movies? And the first movie you ever saw?
Yeah, and I did go see the movie Modern Problems with two of my boys. That was funny as shit.
Okay.
So you were how, like 12, 11 or 12?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What movie did I go see? The first movie I went to the movies by myself to see.
The first time you went to the movies, you were by yourself?
With my friends. No, I'm sorry. I'm talking about by myself with my friends I met.
Okay.
I met by myself, not my family members.
All right. Now, first, I want to know the first time you ever went to the movies. Do you remember what movie it was? The first time you ever went to the movies, period.
Yeah. First time I ever went to the movies, it was at Jerry's Corner when they had the drive-in.
So your first movie was a drive-in? Was a drive-in too?
Yeah, mine was a drive-in right down there with Jerry. You know where Jerry's Corner at?
Yeah, I know exactly where it is.
There used to be a drive-in there.
I remember. I went there plenty of times.
Yeah, she took us there. We seen Blackula, JD's Revenge, and Cooley High.
Wow, a triple.
A triple feature. That was
A
the best.
triple feature. That they would have that back in the day, especially when a movie was starting to die out. You be in the movies all day.
I was scared of JG's Revenge because I told you I've been a bitch all my life over scary movies. You know, JG's Revenge scared the shit out of me. You knew Black was scared out of me. And I was crying at the end of Cooley High. That fucked up my whole night. My brother, my sister, my mom boyfriend / abuser, Mr. James, who I wanted to beat the fuck up so bad when I got older. So yeah, those are the good old days. Those were the wonder years.
Okay.
I said the first one we went to see was The Goonies. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
That was the age what?
Was it 84, 85?
Seems like it was around that time though.
What first movie you went to go see, son?
I don't remember. I've been dragged into the movie at such an early age. The first movie I remember going to see, and I know I'm wrong, but the first movie it was a lot of families that grew up on my mom's block, on the block I grew up on. So for some reason, they all took an interest in me. So they would drag me to the movies, take me places or whatever. You know what I mean? With the older kids, I was very popular for some reason. I never really understood it. But I remember Jeanette and what was her sister name? I know I spent the night over their crib, and the next day we went to the Bandbox. It was a neighborhood movie theater called the Bandbox, and we went and we saw Sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first movie I remember going to see.
That's what Double D just said. Sparkle.
Damn. And she said Germantown Theater off Broad in Germantown. I know what she's talking about. It's not there no more. But yeah, there was this little.
You know, the best thing about living in South Philly is that you can walk to the movie theaters because it's not that far.
Well, back then they had neighborhood movie theaters, so we could.
South Philly, our neighborhood movie theaters was in Center City.
Yeah, well, it depends on how far in South Philly you live.
Yeah,
because that could be a little walk. If you from across the tracks, walking from.
Son, you keep forgetting. I keep forgetting you're honorary South Philly.
Listen, I know distance, even if I ain't. You know what I mean? And coming from all the way up Passunk Avenue down, or up all the way up Snyder. Yeah, that's a nice walk.
It's like getting in a car, riding down the street, and rolling over in a field.
Mm-hmm.
In Indiana.
But yeah, we had a lot of neighborhood. There are a lot of neighborhood movie theaters that I remember. We had the Bandbox, we had the Walton over. That was at Chew. No, yeah, that was at Chew and Shelton. No, not Chew and Shelton. Yeah, Chew and Shelton. It was at Chew and Shelton. You had the Esquire up on Broad and Chew, and the joint out 40th Street, 40th and like Walnut or whatever. It was a bunch of.
Which one had the rat to it?
All of them. That was the one
in West Philly, the one that was on 52nd Street, West Philly. That's all they had in there.
Because all of the neighborhood movie theaters, they played the movies after the movies weren't as popular. You know what I mean? Like when they was on the downstroke. So that's why it was always like a bunch of double features and triple features. You be in there all day. But the floors was mad sticky. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. The floor was like Velcro.
I mean, because the food, I mean, you know, people spilling soda and juice and, you know what I mean, butter off popcorn. And evidently, they ain't no cleaning crew. You know what I mean? Well, they wasn't doing their job. I don't remember seeing between those movies. I don't remember seeing nobody coming through, sweeping up and nothing, no shit like that. They just left it the way it was.
Let it pile up.
Yeah. So it was what it was.
The first time I went to a movie with my mom, I'm talking about me and my mom, my god brother, my middle brother. We went to go see E.T. and I never knew. This is the first time I went to a movie where my mom was like, "We gonna stop at the corner store and we gonna get this junk."
Mm-hmm.
I was in this movie theater fat as shit with all this food in my damn jacket.
Okay, but you know what? Since we talking about this, what was the most monumental thing you did as a family or as a group that you can remember?
You can go ahead first, Kel.
As a family.
Or as a group, you know, whatever. Something that really sticks out in your mind because of maybe it's what you wanted to do or what you didn't want to do.
Let me think of something else because the stuff I had was not happy stuff. So let me think about it differently.
Oh, I got one happy thing. One. And this was the time we had went down. We all got together. And we went to a family reunion down in Virginia. And I've never been out of Philly other than Atlantic City. So I think that was the most monumental thing we did. Me.
That's a good one.
My unit.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
You know, all my aunts, my mom. You know, we all rode down.
That's where your people's from, Virginia?
Yeah, well, that's where on my grandmother's side, I got a lot of family on Virginia and Baltimore.
Okay.
You know, on my father's side, they from down Fifth Street down in South Philly. I mean, 7th and 5th Street, and some from Baltimore. So yeah, so I mean,
okay,
you know, right, and from Philly. Yeah, so I mean, it was just it was a good trip, other than the fact that you know, I had caught something down there where so my skin had started peeling, and when I got back to Philly, my mom had to take me to the ER.
Mm.
You know, and I think matter of fact, I had a seizure too.
Okay.
I had seizure disorder back when I was skinny. But it was a memorable trip. We had fun though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because those trips to Milwaukee, because sometimes I remember one time we had to actually stop at a hotel for a while and chill because it was the weather was that bad. We must have went like near the wintertime, or up there it's wintertime by November. It's winter up there. So, but I think we only had to stop one time. But I remember we spent the night in the motel. And but my first car accident was with my dad. And this white lady hit his Cadillac. And she was yelling and screaming and yelling and screaming. And I was like, what's wrong with this lady? And you know, the cops came, took the police report and all of that shit. But intermittently, she would just start, oh my God, I was like, this bitch is crazy. You know what I mean? And I remember we followed her home. She wanted us to follow her home because he explained to me later, like, yo, I guess her husband was gonna whoop her ass if if I didn't come and co-sign that it, that it was just an accident because she messed up the car. I guess, you know what I mean? That was crazy. So that was my first accident was with my pop. But I remember my sister went to Lincoln University. And when you little, Lincoln seemed like it's far away.
Yeah, it does.
It's about what, 30, 40 minutes? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. So my mom was always running up to Lincoln, taking my sister something. She never wanted her to have to need something or whatever, or have to come back home or whatever, So this was a weeknight, maybe like a Wednesday or a Thursday. And she was like, well, I got to take Shell some stuff, blah, 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 blah. Won't you come with me? And I was like, all right, fuck it. So me and my mom, we drove up there. And on our way up there, there was this icy road. And all I remember was, my mom had a 77 Deuce and a quarter. Buick Deuce and a quarter.
That definitely was an airplane built car.
And now that was a hot ride at the time. You know what I mean? That shit was sitting pretty. Well, we hit this icy ass bridge or some shit like that. All I remember is the car driving this way, and next thing you know, we were sliding this way. And my mom was cool. She knew how to drive, so she just took her foot off the gas and off the brake until I don't know how long it was that we was sliding sideways, but it seemed like an eternity. That just seemed long as shit. I'm looking at my mom like, and she's sort of looking at me and sort of looking at the road, like she making sure her baby cool. And at the same time, are we going to hit this guardrail? You know what I'm saying? We made it. We made it to the school. We chilled there for a little while, dropped the shit off. My mom was like, you think it's all right to go back? Oh, she asking me. I'm like, and the alternative what? What, we gonna spend the night in the dorm with my sister? We gotta get the fuck on up out of here. We made it back home, and that was that. Now, that wasn't.
That's when you already knew your mom was the shit, but that's just solidified it when I dropped it.
The reason why me and my mom is like this to this day is because of shit like that. We was always experiencing something that only me and her saw that kind of kept us together. Now, there was this other time. When I first met my brothers, my dad took us up to the Poconos to ride the snowmobiles. The first time we went skiing, Troy, why my dumb ass? Why did my dumb ass wear my brand new blue sheepskin skiing?
That's an interesting choice.
Fucked up I had a goose down. And I had a sheepskin, but my sheepskin was my claim to fame. So I was like, I'm wearing my sheep. I lived to regret that shit because I couldn't get it back the way it was.
Oh no, you ain't gonna get it back the way it was.
I couldn't get it back the way I tried. Troy, I literally tried to brush the fucking sheepskin. Like, I'm gonna get my coat back the way no, I'm not. Fucked it up. fucked it up. You know, that shit went from plush. You know what I mean? That was the stupidest decision I ever made. But when we was coming back, I think this is when we went and did the snowmobiles. This wasn't the skiing joint. Anyway, so we coming back, it was a bunch of snow up there. And my dad had this little fucked up Chevy Nova or whatever. And my dad, you know, he used to step on it. And so it's me and my two brothers, my younger brother and my older brother. We in the car. All I remember is we was riding on a snowbank. So imagine the car supposed to be going this way and it turns. And we must have rode that snowbank longer than me and my mom slid on that ice. Ooh. And my pop ain't panicked one fucking minute. And I was like, so, you know, I'm listening to Kim talking about how they flipped the car. We was ready. We was flip ready. We was going to be flipping like Wilson. And the whole question was, how the fuck did we get on a snowbank two-wheeling it? We driving on the wall and the road. That shit was fucking crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It just happens. You just don't know. It just end up there.
Hey, but we got all four wheels back on the ground. You know what I'm saying? And my baby brother, he was tripping like, and you know what I mean? My older brother like, yo, you just chill. Like he was chill. That was red line fever. That shit was crazy. Hold on. Dimples D says the most monumental, memorable time with my family is when I went to my mother's birthplace in South Carolina when I met my grandfather's extended family reunion. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Mm-hmm. Them family trips, them car trips down south was that work. Yeah. Because you had to have enough food to keep kids shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? And you really think about the cars back then had the room to accommodate. These cars nowadays, even the SUVs, they ain't gonna do it. They ain't what's up. We didn't need no SUVs back in the day. The back seat was putting in work.
Check this one out, right? You know, when you were a kid, you don't know much about the family setting. Mm-hmm. Well, I learned a lot on that trip to Virginia. Because
Troy, hurry up. Not to cut you off, but hurry up with this story. We gotta get the fuck on about it.
All right, my grandmother.
Yeah, because I gotta tell mine.
Okay, my grandmother had a friend. She called him Uncle Leon. That wasn't my damn uncle because I found out, you know, when we got to Virginia, I was like, Uncle Leon and I still was, why my grandmother in the bed laying with him hugged up? Mm-hmm. There we go. That's when I started learning. They started calling, that ain't my uncle. You screwing my grandmother.
Mm-hmm. We had one of them, Uncle Otis. That was my great aunt person, Uncle Otis.
Great aunt person.
Because I don't know what the fuck to call him. I mean, but I grew up with Uncle Otis. So.
All right, Kim, what's your moment?
I would say mine would be when this kid was born. When my son was born, because he was the first grandchild. He was the first nephew. He was the first great nephew, the first great great nephew, the first older cousin. He was the first. So, and he was the first, for my godparents, the first child born from one of their godchildren. So he was the first in everything. And it was a different kind of celebration, you know. Even though everybody was mad at me for a very long time for being pregnant, they came around. Like when he came, they were like, I don't know what we were mad about. We loved this baby. So, and everybody, even those who weren't speaking to each other, all locked in together.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like nothing happened. Like everybody was on team this baby. Nothing else mattered. Even my mother wasn't speaking to me for a minute. And I'm not doing this and blah, blah, blah. And I just remember coming home from the hospital and everything was Disney baby, everything. And just everything changed when he came along. So, and it's because he was the first of everything.
That's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
That is. That's pretty dope.
Well, terribly.
All right, let's do this. Let's do the poll question. Then we're gonna do the birthday shout outs and get on up out of here. I'm tired of shit. I don't even believe I let y'all go overtime. I don't believe it. All right.
I believe you. Remember, you weren't working for a minute.
I wasn't giving a fuck about that.
I'm just saying though.
Yeah, I wasn't. Shit. All right. All right. The poll question is: what are your feelings? Damn, I wrote that wrong. What are your feelings about doing things or doing things by yourself or being alone? Doing things alone or being alone? All right. 48% said I don't like being alone very much. Whole 48. That's a lot. I'm surprised, and then I'm not surprised at that. 39% says I like doing things by myself. So it's still kind of close. 0% said people who like being alone are weird. I'm surprised nobody thought that. And 13% says teamwork makes the dream work. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Okay. All right. Let's do these birthday shout outs and get on up out of here. I want to thank y'all for calling in. Thanks for your stories. Thanks for your insight. Thanks for the love. Thanks for always helping out on the channel. I appreciate y'all.
That's what we do, bro. Much love, man. Be blessed, be safe, everybody.
All right.
Have a good one, everybody. Happy birthday, getters.
All right. Peace.
Same here.
We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious February 16th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Tanya Williams, and also Natasha Tashi Ashi Riggins, Chris Banks, Stella King, Gail C. Ferguson, Karima Keel, author Jeff Hodges, a posthumous happy birthday to my girl D. Ricks. She passed in like 2023. Broke my heart. I never met her in person, but that's one of those people that you meet on the internet and talk to and interact with a lot on the internet. And although she was from Philly, I never met her in person, but she was a good person and she was good people. And I miss it online, to be honest with you. Happy birthday. Happy heavenly birthday, D. Ricks. And last but not least, my girl who I started out with, Tennille Mocha Money Bags Flowers. It used to be Mocha Cotton. Her last name used to be Cotton. She got married. Happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all. And I hope that today finds you all in good health, happiness, mind, body, soul, and spirit. And that goes out to each and every person out there born on this glorious February 16th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out. Rock on and do the damn, rock out. Rock on and do the damn thing and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind. And anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, do it by yourself. Yeah, you do it with others. It's so much more fun when you do it with your brothers. But when we say doing, we ain't talking nasty. We talking about the things that we did back in the past. See, we missed the times that we had the first time that you did something with mom or your dad or your brothers and your sisters, your siblings. We did a lot of catching and shooting and dribbling, but we had to make sure the times would go. And down now we here and times will show that we made the right decisions. And now we have to decide on our own alone. I hope that alone don't mean lonely, but even if it do, you still go for you too. But two is better than one, but not when it's bad, because two will really make you mad. And have you thinking, why the hell did I bring you along? I gotta sing the song solo. It's my song. Everything is going to work out good. But before we do, let's get things understood. Me and you, we equal the duo. We are the best team and the best you ever seen. And we still gleam, sort of like the toothpaste back in the day was sort of like AIM. Yeah, I'm about to pay. All right, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, love y'all right back to life. We will be back tomorrow night, 1 a.m., Monday through Friday. So it's all easy. So hope to see y'all again tomorrow. Thanks for coming through. And thanks for being patient during the time that we were down for a few minutes. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe to the channel. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good night. I go Betty bye. Holla.